Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. Today we are going to be doing a follow-up reading from some of the earlier videos that I've done in the beginning of the year. So today we're going to be doing how is your person feeling right now, and also what would they tell you if they could. This does not have to be a romantic interest in terms of person. It could be anybody. It could be a friend, a family member, and yes, a love interest as well. So we're going to get the energies there, and happy belated holidays to everyone. I am still planning to do some of my informational videos. Thank you for your patience with me there. I'm still getting settled and getting grounded and everything like that. So this is a general reading. It won't resonate 100%. If you'd like a personal reading, the info is in the description. And for each of these, the timestamps are going to be in the description as well and in the comments. So how is your person feeling right now? What would they tell you? Here are the four groups. Group number 1 is seer stone quartz. Group number 2 is petrified wood. Group number 3 is bloodstone. And group number 4, these are all tiger's eye. So it's gold tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye, and red tiger's eye, all in a row here. So that is group 4. Okay, so go with your gut feeling as usual. And one more time, we have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. So take a breath and go with whatever one your gut is telling you feels right. And whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the seer stone quartz. So let's take a look at how your person is feeling right now. So it is going to be best for your reading if you just take a moment to picture that person that you're thinking of, because we are picking up on just one person's energies today. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1. And the energies for their person right now and how this person is feeling, as well as any other messages. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 1. So yes, we're going to first see how they're feeling, and then we'll go into what they would tell you. Okay, let me get comfortable here. Spirit, for group 1, what can you tell us, Spirit, please? For group 1's person, the person that they're thinking of right now, how are they feeling? Group 1's person, how are they feeling, Spirit? Can you please let us know? Spirit, group 1's person that they're thinking of, how are they feeling right now? What are the energies from their person that they're thinking of? How are they feeling? Okay. A little bit of a quiet start. So let me get a couple more and then I'll interpret. Spirit, what else? For group 1's person, how are they feeling right now? Okay, a little bit better here. So overall, it looks like your person is feeling pretty good. Overall, pretty positive. And the very first card we have here, the 3 of Wands, this is showing that your person is focused on their success. So overall, very, very positive vibes here. You can see all of the gold tones already, positive vibes there, and then I'll show you the rest. So 3 of Wands, then we have the 9 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, Strength, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. So I think that your person is feeling successful. They're also feeling very confident. They're feeling very capable. All right. So over here, I did see that they are primarily focused on their future. Here, they're focused on their expanding their success as well. So since it's a general reading, you know, depending on what stage they're in of their journey, if they're just starting out, they are feeling and focusing on the expansion of their success and the future. Now, if they're a little bit further along in their journey, they are already successful and they're only thinking of how they can further expand themselves, not just financially, but in all ways. Page of Pentacles, it looks like they are focused. Again, it is another opportunity of prosperity. So they are in high spirits, they are in high vibrations. The Strength card, it's showing that they've built a lot of resilience over this whole year, I'm going to say, or in the recent time. They have built this resilience. They feel more firmly grounded, okay? The 3 of Pentacles, I feel like they're really, it looks like they're feeling cooperative. If they are in, you know, that could be pertaining to you or a friendship or something like that, where they're feeling like they are in harmony. Yes, this is a really important message for your person. They feel like they're in harmony with their lives. So overall, the vibe of your person, for you guys in group 1, it does seem like this person is well established. I wanted to say mature, but I'm going to just keep drawing cards here. So that's how they're feeling so far. Spirit, what else can you tell us about group 1's person and how they're feeling right now, or just what's going on with them in general? Yeah, Knight of Swords. So they're really, really focused on movement. So maybe they have a lot of goals for themselves in the new year, but that is just, they're very fiercely focused on everything right now. Bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit. So it does look like they're also in deep contemplation about everything. They have been most likely thinking about this kind of success and prosperity for a long time, building this success over a long period of time. And the fact that they're finally here is they're a little bit in disbelief. Spirit, what else for group 1's person? How are they feeling right now? Or what's going on with them? Energies for group 1's person that they're thinking of. Okay, the energies from whoever this is that you're thinking of, it's very consistent. So we also have the Empress. Wow. The Magician. The 8 of Wands. This is wow. Look at all of the, like I said, look at all the gold. It just keeps adding on and on and on. The movement, Knight of Swords, movement and action. So, I mean, it just keeps building in terms of the power. So the Empress and the Magician, yes, they are feeling extremely powerful at this time. These are very similar cards, and I never really saw them back to back like this, but yes, they're taking bold action. They've manifested already, and they are now seeing the manifestations becoming a reality. So they are feeling proud I don't really sense arrogance from your person here, but yes, they are feeling, I guess, humbly proud, if that's even a thing. But I do feel that they are connected. They are connected to their guides. They're connected to their spiritual path for the most part, it seems like, because of everything, how everything is kind of coming into play here. Okay, but for the most part, it to me, I also am sensing that this is very earthly energy. I'm not quite getting that your person is focused on spiritual matters, because it is a lot of the 3D world kind of aspects that are showing up here. So primarily work, income, finances, that kind of material success in a way. I mean, not materialistic kind of energy, but just they're more focused on here I am in the 3D kind of thing. All right. So yeah, we have that, the Empress and the Magician. So again, with movement, I'm not sure if some of them are thinking of expanding in terms of traveling, or just like actually having some kind of movement. What else? Spirit, what else can you tell us? Maybe, can you tell us some of the energies leading up to this point? What are some of the recent past energies from Group 1's person? What led up to this? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So this is interesting for me, because normally I see the point right before this. So here's what led to this. This makes a lot of sense. Your person has just moved on from some very painful, very sad energies. They did grow into their spiritual development as a result of moving on from this pain. And yes, it is kind of 3D focused here, but I do feel that it is because of the result of becoming a bit more spiritually aligned. So in the recent past, they had to move on from something that caused them a great deal of grief, pain, sadness, all of that, loss. And they have really learned some hard lessons. And you can see the contrast. Look at the blues, the blue and the sad tones here, and just walking away from something that was causing them that darkness there. Let's see. Spirit, is there anything else that you can tell us about Group 1's person in terms of how they're feeling and how they're doing, just like what energies surround Group 1's person at this time? Please and thank you, Spirit. Oh. All right. We do see the Hermit again, so I feel that very soon they are going to be cycling back into a bit more of the spiritual aspects, which I feel is natural for them. They've already gone through the cycles. They've already gone through these rhythms, and they've seen the success start to come towards them. This means that they were able to successfully align with spirit, align with themselves, and find that inner balance, because that's actually when things start to fall into place. So as we move forward just a little bit, your person, when I said they return to this contemplative sort of soul-seeking mode, little bit of hassle here, a little bit of conflict for them in something which I'll probably get some more cards on. So then as we move forward, your person is going to start to feel, it looks like they're going to start to feel a deeper connection with either spirit or someone else. These are very spiritual cards here. So again, returning to that. So it does look like they're going to be returning to something that opens up their heart significantly. So again, it could be a spiritual connection with the divine. It could be with another person, because Ace of Cups, signifies that. Could be talking about heart healing, even though it looks like they did go through some of that already. Let's probably just take a look at the Five of Wands. Spirit, is what can you tell us about the Five of Wands, and what does this mean? Five of Wands. Okay. The Six of Cups for that. All right, well, let's look at a little bit more of the future energies. Let me get a different deck for you here. I never know which one to use anymore. Let's get this. Because these are future energies. So yeah, to put it simply, they're feeling pretty good. Feeling very good. Spirit, can you give us a little bit more on the future energies in terms of how Group 1's person is going to be feeling as we move forward? Can you tell us anything more about these cards here, Spirit? Specifically about these cards. What is the clarification? Okay, we have Knight of Cups. Yeah, so definitely movement in the direction of love or healing, okay? I feel that your person is actually going to be a little bit triggered or something as they move forward. That's probably what this is about. It's looking like it is connecting to the energies over here. That's not going to be for all of you. That's relevant for those of you where your person was struggling with some kind of heartache or loss or something like that. And it does look like they're going to be reminded of this as they move forward, because you do have the Three of Swords. You have the Three of Pentacles as well. And then you do have the Hierophant one more time, okay? So I do feel that there is still a lot of healing that needs to be done. I do see them achieving this healing, even though, again, it is, you know, something that they kind of need some help with here. Let's just get like a final draw, and then we'll see what they would tell you. Spirit, anything else? Any final energies for Group 1's person and how they're feeling and how they will be feeling as we move forward? Anything else, Spirit? Any final messages for that? The Hermit again. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So the Hermit one more time. So they're going to be really, really thinking very hard about, I think, about their own healing, about the whole aspect of love and connectedness, again, depending on the situation. So they might even be contemplating a commitment or something like that. Now, I want to point out that this person didn't really have any cards for someone entering into their life. It is just a little bit more of energies and reminders, and here we do have one hint of possibility. I just feel that it's them opening up their heart more and feeling that they are able to commit or something like that, again, in the future, and just feeling a lot more trusting of the divine and of themselves, of their own ability to love and to heal. That's really what I see there. So let's take these back and let's see what they would tell you. Take these back as well, because this is a very, very different energy in my opinion. All right. Okay, so Spirit, we're now looking for Group 1's person and what they would tell Group 1. Spirit, for Group 1's person, what would they tell Group 1 if they could? What are their messages for Group 1? What would they tell them? Group 1's person, what would they tell Group 1 if they could? Okay. 3 major arcana cards face up so far. I'll show you in a second. Okay, interesting. 2 returning cards as well. So we have here the Tower, the High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, and then you have the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. This is quite interesting. Let me see. Wow. So, like, what would they tell you? The Tower comes up first. I mean, Wow, what a message, right? That's the first message here. The Tower signifies basically chaos and transformation. So I feel that one of the biggest things that your person, the person you're thinking of, would tell you is that you changed things for them. All right? You made a severe and significant change in their life in a sense of their spiritual knowledge, depths, or abilities in a way, as well as in their life path and their destiny. They are recognizing that you made a huge difference for them. I'm not sure how you did this, but in some way it could have even been, so it could have been the relationship itself. It could have been that you ended up being a catalyst for their change. Because let's say, for example, let's say that you don't know your person that well and you didn't spend that much time together. It was just kind of like that. You ended up changing a lot for them just in the little interaction that you had. Okay, that's just one example. But in general, yes, however long you knew your person, you did, it was like a lightning strike that you created in their life that propelled them into some other deeper change. And in a lot of ways, they're not saying this, but I'm implying here that they're grateful for that, or they will be, because look at all of the success that they are in now, right? So you really helped them to step up, like climb one rung higher in the ladder. And I do feel that, yes, they are acknowledging the significant impact that you had in their lives, that they know, they feel within their intuition, within their soul, that they were meant to meet you. And they are acknowledging that you are one of their soulmates that they were meant to meet, whether it was a friend, a significant other, an acquaintance, whatever the case is, because we can have many, many soulmates. But yes, they are acknowledging that. They're agreeing with that, acknowledging that, and they are recognizing that. So you played a huge part in their healing and their heart. You gave them truth. You also gave them direction. I think that this is beautiful that the Queen of Swords is falling underneath the Wheel of Fortune, because both of those things is talking about direction, clarity, and movement forward into their true path. So you inspired them in essence. Wow, that's really strong. Okay, so Spirit, what else? For group one's person, what would they tell group one? If they could, what would they tell them? Queen of Cups, what would they tell them? What else? Group one's person, what would they tell group one? Okay, so you have, so you have some more queens coming up. You have a Queen of Cups. So here's Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and then over here you do have the Queen of Pentacles as well. Then you have the Hierophant, and then you have the Four of Pentacles coming up here. So I feel like what they are saying with these three queens coming up together, yeah, they certainly learned a lot from you in terms of how to be a more complete person, how to be a more well-rounded person. They took a lot of lessons from the connection with you, the interactions or the lessons from you. Again, whether this was direct or intentional or unintentional, because you may have actually spoken to them about things, or you may not have. Either way, they took something from that. Let's see what else here. Hierophant and Four. Okay. I think another thing that they would tell you, remember we saw the Hierophant before, so the Hierophant, this is the third time that we're seeing the Hierophant. So I feel they would tell you that they opened themselves up completely to spirituality. So that's really, which makes sense from what's going on over here. So, of course, if you are watching this, then you are most likely a spiritual person, right? Most likely. And I would say that the influence that you had in their lives, it changed everything for them, because spirituality does change one's life. So they opened themselves up. They opened up those blockages in their heart and everywhere else within their spirit, and now they are much more open and willing to connect to the divine. The other side of this, for some others of you, it might be that they open themselves up to commitment or love or something like that. But another thing that is pretty clear and obvious here from the three queens coming up together, they viewed you or view you as an incredibly powerful whether you're male or female, it's a very powerful feminine impact, feminine energy here. Just the only one that's missing is the Wands one. So I think that's kind of curious, but that's still interesting. So any final messages, Spirit, for group one's person? What else would they tell group one? Group one's person, what else would they tell them if they could? Nine of Wands. Alrighty. Okay. Interesting. We have another repeat cards here. So we have the Nine of Wands. And then we have the Eight of Cups again. So this is a dual message here, depending on what group you fall into. So what they're saying, or what they would say, is that you did help them through their battles and to help them to move on to the next stage of their lives. The flip side to that is some of them are saying that they were, basically the battles were between the both of you, is what they're saying, and now they're moving on from that. Okay, so again, depending on your situation, your unique situation, this is what's going on here. Either way, there was battles fought, right? And ultimately they did move on, or they did step up higher from that to remove themselves from this energy. And as you saw, they are doing quite well, okay? So that's what it's looking like. I'm trying to see if let me just do one more and then look at the bottom of the deck, see, kind of moving on. So let me just get one more drawing here just to put a conclusion to this. Spirit, do you have any final messages for group one concerning their person, how they're feeling, and just what's going on with them? Any other final messages for group one's person, Spirit? Okay. All right, so the final two cards that we have here, the Three of Cups and the King of Cups. So the cups to me stood out quite a bit, even though it wasn't necessarily all cups energies, but that's what's standing out to me. So they are in higher spirits. They are maturing slowly. I have this sneaking suspicion that your person is still not quite there yet. It kind of feels internally like they're in this revolving door. So I am sensing, that's why I didn't get this mature vibe from them necessarily. I did feel that they're doing well now and they're kind of well established, but I have a feeling that they do have quite a journey still ahead of them. And that this is like, I don't want to say it's a passing feeling, because I do feel that they are pretty set, but I do sense that they have more tower cards for them in the future, you know, obviously. But yes, they are in high spirits as we speak. They're feeling more positive. They're feeling more open in their heart space. They're feeling more spiritual again, and just more bold and confident about themselves and their path. So, I mean, that's great for your person. I hope that that's a good thing for you guys. So that's what I have for you, group one. I really hope that this helped and this resonated. Please let us know in the comments how you're doing, and if please also subscribe and share if you found this helpful. So I do hope to see you guys one more time before the new year. I'm not sure, but if not, have a wonderful and blessed new year, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is Petrified Wood. So let's take a look at the energies for your person, how they're feeling, and what they would tell you. I'll do how they're feeling first. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2, and how their person is feeling right now, whoever they're thinking of. Try to picture your person before, we get into it so that it's a clearer message for you guys. Spirit, please provide us with clear guided messages for group 2. All right. Spirit, for group 2 and the person that they're thinking of. How is group 2's person feeling right now? Spirit, please and thank you. What are the energies for group 2's person? How are they feeling right now? If you can let us know. Your person is definitely at the ending of some kind of important cycle, something that is going to lead them to a lot of wealth, abundance, riches of all kind, not just financial, but they are reaching the ending of that cycle, as we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Death card. So we also have the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the Hierophant. Okay, so yes, I do feel so a little similar to group 1 in terms of the prosperity aspect. I do feel that they're still feeling a little conflicted, maybe indecisive, maybe confused about perhaps it is perhaps a decision that they have to make here, but I feel overall they're growing a lot more confident than they ever have been. So again, kind of similar to group 1, and I think that that's actually great because it's been a long year and a lot of transformations have happened. So for me to be picking up on positive energies primarily is actually a really wonderful thing to see. Spirit, what else can you tell us about group 2's person? How are they feeling right now? What can you tell us about their energies? So it does look like in the recent past there was some struggle here. They're trying to basically move on and regain their sense of direction, their sense of warmth and shelter, so to speak, because it looks like they were lost and wandering. They felt abandoned. They felt left out in the cold for some time. And this left them that feeling of doubt and conflict, like I said. So as we're moving forward here, though, it does look like they are in much higher spirits, or they will be in much higher spirits. And they are feeling that way now. It's just that it might not be kind of obvious to them quite yet. So it is weird how there are very similar tones to group 1, because these 2 cards, I think, came out together at the end, and the Hierophant card came up a bunch of times. So like if you guys couldn't choose between the 2, that it would make sense, I think. So we have that. Okay. Let's see what led up to this point. Actually, let's get a little bit more. Spirit, is there anything else? Is there any additional information or messages for group 2's person? How are they feeling right now? What else? For group 2's person, please, whoever they're thinking of. I feel that they're much more ready to take on more tasks and responsibility and their goals, right? I feel like they are reinvigorated in their sense of their sense of determination. Look at all these together: the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. you see all the movement, the passion, the, you know, over here it's juggling, but I feel that it's because they and I'll check right now, but it does look like in the past there was a whole lot of nothing, and they're very much ready to burn their torch and to lead with a new sense of direction. Again, this is great. I mean, I think that this is great so far, that 2 readings have come up so positive. You know, anything could come up, but these are all really good energy so far. So I'm like, yes, hopefully that bodes well for the collective, you know. So they're moving forward with a lot more energy, or they will be, and that's what they're prepping for right now. See, they're going through this this transformation. It's not like a serious or a very jarring kind of a transformation, but it's still a rebirth in itself. I feel that as we're, you know, winding down the year, I do feel that they are taking full advantage of this. Let's take a look at this card though, because that's kind of the only sort of negative card. Spirit, what can you tell us about the 2 of Swords in terms of group 2's person and how they're feeling? Can you please clarify the 2 of Swords and why it's here? Okay, so we have 2 major arcana cards. We have the World and we have Strength. Yes, so here with the 2 of Swords, this is either a lack of clarity, a blockage, or some kind of hesitation. Could be fear or uncertainty in some shape or form regarding these 2 cards, right? So regarding their sense of strength, regarding their capabilities, regarding their path, I feel. All right, so your person definitely more, this is where they become, like, they split off from the energies of group 1 for sure. Like they are definitely more, I don't want to say doubtful, but they're a little bit less confident in terms of the answers, or the path that they're on. So they are kind of wavering in that, but it's not actually stopping them from their success, because they still are feeling quite fulfilled spiritually now. So again, they are going through, as we speak, this transformation here, this most recent transformation. They've had many. And here they're reaching the ending of the previous cycle. Again, much prosperity, and there's so much substance here that they have gained. So I do feel that your person has developed a very full sense of self. Let's look a little bit more into the past just to see like how this connects and what led up to this point. Spirit, is there anything you can tell us for group 2's person and what they were feeling in recent time? Spirit, how are they feeling in the recent energies? Recent past. Group 2's person. Okay, yeah, exactly. See, this is exactly the kind of story, not the same cards per se, except maybe this one, but, well, actually that one did pop up too, that's weird. So this is making perfect sense to see how, like, to see where they are now. Like I said, I do hope that this bodes well for all of us, because we're all going through the transformations, but to see the benefits at the other side, you know, to be free and clear on the other side is such a great thing to see. The ending of that cycle, see, this is showing what they actually went through. 10 of Wands. Okay, so there, and the 9. 9 and 10 of Wands coming up together. You see how much they have fought, they have battled, they have been through. And it was not easy at all. It was something that, you know, was very frustrating. There was a lot of blockage and conflict in the recent past with whatever it might have been. And remember the 5 of Pentacles over there. Then you also have the 7 of Swords. I feel like they, in the recent past, they questioned themselves. They questioned their true authentic self, their path, whatever was in their situation. It could have been whatever environmentally, you know, 3D world was in their situation. They questioned all of it, and they felt very blocked up. They felt this, but to a much higher degree in the past. But now that you can see that they're coming out of that energy. Let's take a look at just a little bit of the some of the energies moving forward. Spirit, is there anything you can tell us about how they'll feel moving forward? Okay, so again, 2 more major arcana cards, Magician and Justice. So the hard work that they are putting in and whatever it was that they endured, it is going to pay off for them, okay? They're going to step into their power, a lot of power and confidence, action, and they're going to feel much more balanced and clear-headed. This is really, really good for them. Okay. Now, in terms of what they would tell you, I think I'm going to just take these back. Different energy here. I'm wondering if I should use a different deck for you for this question. Let me see what I feel. What would they tell you if they could? I'll just use this again. Okay, so Spirit, now we would like to know for Group 2's person what they would tell Group 2 if they could. Spirit, for Group 2's person, what would they tell Group 2 if they could? Group 2's person, what would they tell Group 2? Please and thank you, Spirit. What would they tell Group 2? Whoa. Page of Wands again, High Priestess. The Tower. Okay, this is getting kind of eerie because, again, I'm going to guess that you guys and Group 1 you share a similar sort of energy completely, because these 2 cards specifically popped up. So I don't know if at some point you want to check out Group 1 as well, just to see, because this is really eerily similar. So you have High Priestess, the Tower, the Page of Wands. Let's get more just to see, because I kind of doubt it would be exactly the same, because that would be weird. What else? Group 2's person. What would they tell Group 2, Spirit? Please and thank you. What would they tell them? The Devil. Okay, that's different. Okay. The Devil, Death, 2 of Pentacles. And then, just in case you didn't see these, you have the High Priestess, Tower, Page of Wands. Okay. The first thing that they would want to tell you is that they do feel... Okay, so here the messages are different. I'm glad for that, because I wouldn't want to just do a repeat. The first thing that they would want to tell you is that they feel a psychic connection to you in some way. Now, the soulmate kind of a connection thing, whether it's a significant other, a friend, whatever, we have different types of soulmates. That card is not showing up here, but they do feel a spiritual channel with you that you both share. So that part is here. So that's what they would like. They would want to tell you / admit to that, because I don't know if maybe they denied that in the past. That could be something. So the Tower card here, so this is where it is similar to what I was mentioning before, is that you did create quite a change in their life. You were a catalyst for a lot of change. That is an identical message to Group 1. So anyways, let's see here. So you did, so specifically, but the way you did it was different. So you specifically led them into a lot more energy, vibrance, and passion, yes. I suspect that it was in a different way, because you are having the Devil here, and the Devil is all about dark energies, shadow energies, and I think what ended up happening was you dug up deep within their soul, you dug up all of their shadow energies, and you basically caused them a rebirth. I'm going to tell it to you like that. I feel that they acknowledge that this is what happened, that you caused them this particular rebirth because of whatever happened, or because of your impact in general. Okay? What else? 2 of Pentacles. I do feel that you taught them, that they would tell you that you taught them balance, or there's something about balance. It's about, so again, whichever group you fall into, it's either talking about balance or imbalance, depending. But I think that in end, they had to learn, because of knowing you, they had to learn how to balance themselves, and that is exactly what they will achieve, actually, which we saw from the Justice card, which is nice for them. Spirit, what else would you, for group two's person, what else would they tell them if they could? Group two's person, what would they tell group two? Okay. Nine of Wands. Seven of Swords. Okay, let's look into that one. Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Something here, what they would tell you is that something here, either with you or with whatever you both went through. Again, this card came up. This is weird. I honestly feel like I'm not going to be surprised if group 3 and 4 are showing similar messages. Everyone in the collective is going through the transformations. So we have all impacted each other in some way. This is crazy. So their destiny was quite shifted, or their path rather was quite shifted because of this. The battles, perhaps the deception, depending on the situation, or if not deception, then I think I mentioned before something about the inauthentic energies that they might have been feeling. So something within their destiny was veered off of its course. I feel that it was meant to veer off of its course. So this means that prior to this, they were on the wrong track. Spirit, anything else about for group 2's person and what they would tell group 2? Please and thank you. Okay, you do have that soulmate card that popped up. Okay, so finally some different cards. Okay, so then we have here the Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Cups. So this over here had to do a little bit more with the lessons that they've learned from you, the impact that you had on their lives. So another thing that they would say, you know, I feel that either you taught them to, or they just are at this point in their lives. They are fighting. In a good way, finally. They're fighting and they're moving up, and they are striving for better things. They are finally learning to surrender. I don't know if that's something that was like a problem in you guys' knowing each other, but I do feel that they are a lot more at peace with themselves, potentially even feeling peaceful towards you. I don't know if there was maybe, it didn't look like there was necessarily bad blood or something that bad that happened, but I am, of course, you know, it is a little bit, there is a little bit of conflict just in general. So they're feeling more peaceful. I feel that if there was something that happened that was like tension or something negative or whatnot, they've let it go. That's another thing that they would tell you. They've let it go, and they've reestablished a sense of peace, either with themselves, with you, with everything, you know, while they're still striving for better things. So this is nice. This is a unique message for you, and I really like that. So let's actually do a little bit more on that, because that's really nice. Let's see what else. Now, if you guys were not in negative energies before, it's just confirming the deep connection that they feel towards you, and that they've let go of something quite negative or burdensome for them. Spirit, any final messages for group 2's person and what they would tell group 2, or just anything that we need to know for group 2, please? We have the Queen of Pentacles. I really feel, I sincerely feel that they wanted to just say, hey, you took care of me, and I appreciate that. Or rather, they're acknowledging it right now. They're just, yes, they are totally acknowledging and admitting that you took care of them. You nurtured them. You were there for them. Supported them. You helped them to grow with the Three of Wands there. You helped them to expand. And they're also saying that they are currently expanding. Let's just do one more here. Anything else? Final message for group 2 and their person. Okay, so we have the World and the Knight of Swords. Your person is no longer stuck. So if they did feel kind of stuck or in conflict or sort of stagnant, anything like that, they are quite able to now move forward. They've kind of come full circle with everything. They're ready to explore. They're ready to expand. And they are also ready to take care of themselves as well. So I don't know if you guys are still in communication or whatever it is, but I feel that they are ready and way more serious now about their lives, about either their success, their path, or just things in general. They're much more equipped now, and they are, again, acknowledging the impact that you had on them, like it shows over here. And it is like, this is definitely more like warm and fuzzy vibes towards you, like over here at least. It doesn't seem like they're focusing too much on other things, like, you know, they are focused a little bit more heavily on their own personal journeys, but it is here showing that they have those care and loving feelings and caring feelings towards you. Okay, so group 2, that's what I have for you. I hope that this helped or resonated. If it didn't resonate at all, you can feel free to pick a different group. Let us know in the comments what's going on with you, and please subscribe and share if this did help. And I'm going to try to get in, if I can, one more reading before the new year. But if I do not, happy New Year. Sending you all blessings. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is Bloodstone. So let's take a look at how your person's feeling and what they would tell you, and I'll do one after the other there. I'll do one each. Spirit, this reading is for group 3. And the energies for the person, how they're feeling right now, as well as what would they tell them. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 3. Spirit, for group 3 and the person that they're thinking of, what are the energies for them right now? How is group 3's person feeling right now? Spirit, please and thank you. Group 3's person, whoever they're thinking of, how are they feeling right now? If you can let us know. You do want to make sure to focus on your person. I forgot to say that. For group 3's person, how are they feeling right now? Okay, so, all right, it's interesting that the 3 of Wands came up for all 3 groups so far. So I mentioned in group 2, their energies were extremely similar to group 1, and I do feel that this is because the collective is going through these similar transformations, and we're finally seeing the rewards of them, which is amazing. Your person has the 3 of Wands and then 3 kings in a row. Quite interesting mix here. So let me actually just get a few more, because this could go in a couple of different directions, but that is something very weird. Spirit, for group 3. Group 3's person, how are they feeling right now? How are they doing? What's going on with them? Group 3. Group 3's person, how are they feeling? What's going on with them, Spirit? Please and thank you. Okay, so we also have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Hermit, Page of Wands, and the Empress. So how are they feeling right now? I mean, they're feeling very bold. They are feeling like they can kind of take on the world. They are feeling empowered. So this, in that aspect, you guys are, see, it is, everyone is like pulling up these similar energies. It's actually kind of cool. So the 3 kings, so the one that is missing is the King of Wands. So I do feel that your person is really, I do feel that they are feeling pretty solid. They're feeling as though they have established themselves and they are focusing on their ascension, right? I feel that they're feeling right now a little bit more patient and present, a little bit of contemplation over here. And with the Empress, let's see what else. Hold on. So this did pop up on the bottom of the deck twice, so I can see if, you know, let's see what comes through here. Spirit, what else? How is Group 3's person feeling right now? How are they feeling? Whoa. So here we do see a little bit more, just a little bit more depth. Okay, so we also have the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, the Devil. Huh. Whoa. Okay, it's getting a little interesting here. And then we have the World. And then over here we have the Strength and the 6 of Cups. Okay. So here is the story. So I feel that although they are convinced that they're doing well and they're solid and, you know, they are taking steps. Your person is doing well. They are taking a lot of necessary steps that they need to in order to grow. But I am seeing down here that there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, right? So this is kind of almost representing their subconscious energies here, and what we have is basically shadows and this is dimness. It could be anxieties, uncertainties, lack of direction, things like that, right? So I feel that your person, the way that they're feeling, there is a lot of doubt. There could be a lot of fear just internally. They're not quite aware of it. So this could mean that while they do feel pretty positive now, I do sense that it's a little bit of a high, you know, so this is not their permanent or normal kind of default setting. They do struggle, and that's there. So, I mean, the good news for them is that over here, they are developing a sense of inner strength, spiritually, inner strength here. They are focusing on all of the right things, but I feel, so if your person is on the younger side, that would make sense to me that they are still kind of struggling with some of the important life lessons, okay? Age doesn't matter, but that's just something that I noticed. Okay, so over here we have King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Let's keep getting a little more because I'm curious here. There's something that's not showing through. Your person is kind of guarded. What else for Group 3's person and how they're feeling right now? Group 3's person, how are they feeling right now? Two powerful major arcana cards coming up together, Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I sincerely feel that your person is on the either younger or less experienced side. It does feel like they have struggled quite a bit in their life in general. I feel like they were walking this path for a long time by themselves, or refusing help is kind of what it seems like. And now as they come to this point, and as you can see with the 7 of Wands here, that they've been fighting a lot of battles on their own, but they didn't need to do that. So this could be hinting at the fact that perhaps your person has an ego problem, or used to have an ego problem. They probably still are struggling in some ways. There's hints here of a strong feminine energy coming through in how they're feeling. So this, whether that this is you or someone else, it is popping up here. This is a significant soul connection that taught them a lot of strength. That's why I thought the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles was a little different. And And yes, these are not gender specific, but it is coming through here that there's someone shining through as a guide, as a light. Again, it could be you that this is speaking of. So here they are at this part of their, it's at the turning point of their lives. It's like they're at a crossroads of their lives where they are about to see the full turn of their destiny with the Judgment card, right? So I got the in my head, I got the phrase late bloomer. It seems like your person is a little bit of a late bloomer, and it's purely because they have that stubborn streak to them. So that is what's going on there. Oh, look over here, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, stubbornness and carrying too much on their horse. You know, they didn't need to carry all that stuff. There's a lot of baggage. They finally are asking the right questions and seeking and doing the inner work, the introspection. But the Page of Wands, their age is showing there with the Page of Wands. Just a little bit, perhaps immature. Again, just inexperience. If it's not immature, it's inexperience or young. Spirit, is there anything else that you want to tell us about Group 3's person and how they're feeling? Anything else at all? Okay, we have the High Priestess and the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel that they're being forced into something way more spiritual and in depth versus just the material realms of things. I think that they're going to have a rude awakening as we move forward with that Judgment card, and they're going to be exposed. So they're going to feel a bit of a shock, you know. So I did for the other groups, I got sort of like a past, present, future sort of a situation. But I feel that they don't know it quite yet, especially the High Priestess is the unconscious energies. But I feel they're going to be lifted or forced out of that energy of just the 3D, and I do feel an awakening coming for them, so that's really good for them. Okay, again, a little bit of a late bloomer because everyone else kind of went through a bunch of awakenings. I don't know why your person, again, could be age, could be what we said before, kind of like creating their own stuckness. So let's get how they feel about you. I'm drawn to get this deck over here, or sorry, not how they feel about you, what would they tell you? Let's get the Gilded here. Hold on. Okay, so Spirit, can you please let us know, for Group 3's person, what would they tell Group 3 if they could? Spirit, Group 3's person, what would they tell Group 3 if they had the chance, if they could? What would they tell them? Okay, the Devil again. Oh my gosh. The Devil again. So, couple ways that could go here depending on what group you fall into. So I feel that with the Devil, one thing that they wanted to say was either that they're stuck on you, that they're like kind of really severely passionate about you, and for others of you, a smaller number of you, I feel like they're trying to state that they would say that you bring out the Devil in them, in a sense, that you bring out their shadow self, that you bring out their darkness and their shadows that they have to deal with. And I don't, whether or not this is true, like it's a mutual thing. That's not what we're looking at, but that's what's coming in strong here first. Let's see what else. Spirit, what else for Group 3's person? What would they tell Group 3? Six of Swords. Okay, a lot of stuff. Oh my. The Hermit again. Yeah, wow. All right. The Judgment card again. So first you have the Six of Swords. Now with this one, immediately they would tell you, now again, depends on what group you fall into, but they're moving on from something. So this could be like, if you're here watching and you're thinking about like an ex or something like that, one of the things that they're saying is that they have moved on from that previous chapter of their lives, or they could just simply be saying that they've moved on from, you know, this past struggle from before. That could be something. They have the Emperor, the Eight of Cups. So strong message that they would tell you they are moving on, or that they have moved on. They are happier now with the Nine of Cups. Now, I know that this sounds pretty negative if it's the context that you guys were in a connection together. That's obviously not all of you. So, because I did say it's for any person, not just love. Now, if that is not the case, if that does not resonate, if that's not your situation, they are moving on from a painful past energy is really what it's showing, because paired with the Devil here, and then in addition to the Judgment and the Hermit, both of them coming up twice. They are evolving. That's another way of these two cards, like however it resonates for your situation. They are evolving. And like I said before, they not that they're happy quite yet. They still have some time to heal. They have some ways to go, but they are focusing on their happiness and allowing more positive energies to come into their being. They do feel a little bit more in their power with the Emperor, and I do feel that they are simultaneously acknowledging the connection between the both of you in whatever shape or form. There is a strong spiritual tie, and I think we did see that before. Okay, although you both are coming up as two, in two different realms, because it's two different decks here, but it is acknowledging that connection. What else? Anything else, Spirit, for Group 3's person? What would they tell them if they could? This is an interesting one, you guys in Group 3, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of mixed emotions here. Another thing that struck me just now with the 3 kings here, it seems like they're really, honestly, it looks like they're a little bit overcompensating and focusing on themselves. It's as if to say that they're focusing on themselves 3 times. And I kind of feel that could be overcompensation in a way. So we also have here the Two of Cups. So before you saw it, okay, at the bottom, I don't think it's still here, is it? No. At the bottom of the deck, a couple of times we saw the Two of Cups show up, all right? So for those of you, if it did resonate that this was something having to do with love, it is showing up here. So they would tell you that they still have feelings, they still feel a connection, but either they have moved on, for the most part, or they're focusing on that. Okay, so, but it's still there. It's still going to be there. If it's not a love situation, they're recognizing the deep feelings of soul love. Okay, so soul love and trust and tenderness and care, all of that stuff is coming through. Remember before I said something about being very passionate about you, so this could be like a burning love of any kind that they are, that's showing up here. That's what they would tell you. Any final messages for Group 3? Group 3's person, what would they tell them? Okay, so this is really nice for them. The World and the Six of Wands. You see, they are coming full circle. They have learned all of the lessons that they need to in this particular chapter of their life so far, because of course there's a lot of ways to go. But for the most part, they do feel pretty victorious. They do feel like they've succeeded. They feel like they are acknowledging your impact in that as well. Whether or not you're in communication or not, it's not clear yet. But I do see movement in general. I do feel that they're acknowledging the... Hold on, let's do one more. Spirit, what else would Group 3's person tell them specifically? What would they tell Group 3? Okay, Six of Pentacles. Six of Wands and Six of Pentacles. Let's just do one more. Four of Pentacles, okay. So, I feel that they would... So, yes, they are acknowledging your impact. They're acknowledging... I feel like really what you did help them to do, and this is another flashback to one of the earlier groups here, it's like you kind of helped them to recognize something about their own inner blockages. Now, for depending on your group, like whichever one you're in, if it resonated about the Devil energy, they're kind of saying here that they sort of protected their heart. because of something that happened. So if something negative did happen in the past, they were protecting their heart. Now, if it's the other way around, and it's like, again, I have to go through all of the variations here because of everyone watching, but it does look like here for others of you that they learned to be in a little bit better balance because of the Six of Pentacles. And overall, the message overall is that they've made it through the storm. And here they are, ready to start right here with the World. This is the final card, right? Ready to start the new beginning. And I think I did glimpse the... Oh, yeah, the Sun at the bottom of the deck. I did glimpse the Fool, so they're ready to start anew. Spirit, just in general, are there any final messages for group 3 and their person, how they're feeling or anything? Any final messages, please? Please and thank you. Oh, my. 6 of Cups again. Wheel of Fortune again. Ace of Swords. And finally, the 4 of Cups again. Oh, wait. Did it come up before? It was the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have... Oops. Am I missing one? All right. So one more thing that I just want to confirm here is that they do feel the deep soul connection to you. So because of everything, so for some of you, this is a deep soul love. Others, it's like this deep soul friendship, or whatever the case is. But they are acknowledging it here. It's pretty undeniable. Came up a bunch of times. This is a spiritual connection, not just an acquaintanceship. This is a real soul tie that is coming through here. Definitely was destined, definitely was part of both of you guys' journeys in terms of how you impacted each other and what you were forced into learning, both of you, because of each other. And another thing is that the both of you, it is looking like it's a mutual recognition that they were brought, or you or them were brought into a lot of clarity because of knowing each other. And here is something that they're still, this could be you or them at this point. The 4 of Cups is still needing to clear that blockage, because there is a little bit of a blockage over the heart. So that kind of resonates with what I mentioned before. All right. Interesting. Very, very intriguing reading here. And there was a lot of kind of like ways that this could go, which is why I was, you know, kind of giving you guys different groups there. But yeah, depending on your situation, like it is still pretty clear what's coming up, to me at least. Okay, so let us know in the comments what's going on with you, group 3. That's what I have for you. I hope it helped and resonated. If it didn't resonate at all, please feel free to pick a different group, but that's what I have. And I'll try to get in another reading if I'm able to. If not, happy New Year. Sending you all blessings. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share if you enjoyed this. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the gold, blue, and red tiger's eyes. So let's take a look. Spirit, this reading is for group 4 and the person they're thinking of and how they're feeling right now, as well as what would they tell them. Remember to think of your person just for a moment. Spirit, please provide us with clear guided messages for group 4 and their person. Alrighty. I've had some interesting messages so far. Let's get into it. Spirit, for group 4 and the person that they're thinking of, how is group 4's person feeling right now? What are the energies for group 4's person? Oh my, the devil. What a start. Oof. Yikes. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Group 4's person, how are they feeling right now, Spirit? Alrighty. Your person is fighting. So the devil as a starting card, Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. So, oh, and over here we have the Moon card. Your person is very much fighting to get out of this obscurity, darkness, fear, uncertainty, all of those things. And they are moving swiftly towards the Death card, which is their rebirth, okay? So one thing that I said in the other groups is that we all have some similar energies coming up. And I do feel that it is because I mentioned a while ago that we're in the time of judgment, and it seems like the collective has been doing a lot of hard work in terms of our spiritual evolution, and we're finally kind of seeing the results of that, or even the rewards of that. Your person is fighting through something here with this darkness, their inner shadows, their darkness and battles. And the good news for them is that they will be coming out of this, okay? So what else? So here we have the Hierophant and Strength. I feel very strongly right here that they are at the current time feeling very connected and even dependent on their spiritual connections to the divine, to their spirit guides, to their own higher self, anything, right? This is giving them a sense of direction and purpose and strength, of course. So you have the actual Strength card, but then you have the Magician. So this is giving them power. Over here, it seems that they are that one could be, I think they're moving away from something and gaining freedom is what they're feeling right now. So depending on how far they've gone in that decision or that like part of their journey, that's what they're heading towards. I don't think I don't think that they've done it quite yet, but they are feeling more free, independent, or having removed themselves from something. Perhaps it was something in their environment or in a connection that they were in potentially. Let's take a look. Let's take a deeper look here. Spirit, what else can you tell us about the Devil card and how this person is feeling right now? Okay, so we have two very similar and powerful feminine energies coming up. The Queen of Wands and the Empress. Very, to me, it's very opposite, very different than this energy over here. All right, let's see. Let's take a closer look here. So what I can gather from this is that their darkness has to do with some powerful feminine energy that they're thinking of, okay? Spirit, what else can you tell us about the Devil card? Can you please clarify the Devil card? It could be a soulmate or someone that they care deeply for. Oh, what else about the Devil card? Eight of Wands. That's interesting. This could be someone that they either communicated with or want to communicate with or even travel towards. So this is kind of like just one card is not talking about your person. It's talking about your person's feelings towards this feminine, whoever this is. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about group 4's person and how they're feeling? Okay, this is an interesting and specific message that's coming up right now. Two of Pentacles is here, and you have the Queen of Pentacles, and then you have this divine sort of situation over here. I really feel that your person is struggling to make some kind of a choice, or they're struggling between two worlds. Is kind of what it looks like there. Spirit, what else can you tell us in the present about how group 4's person is feeling? How are they feeling right now in the moment? Okay, what else? How are they feeling right now in this moment or in recent moments? Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Okay, so one thing's for sure. Right now, they're feeling very blocked. Very blocked. It could be frustrated. It could be stuck. I'm getting, yes, the word stuck is a definite here. It's landing over here by the Queen of Pentacles. This, again, could be talking about their situation. It could be talking about their connection to someone, whoever the Queen of Pentacles represents for them. They don't only feel stuck. This feels like they're glued to the ground. Like they can't move. They can't get up. They can't even budge. So quite literally, in a spiritual sense, this is paralysis. This is how your person is feeling. I see here, so we also have two more queens that are coming up. The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. With the Death card, because it's kind of gravitating towards the Death card, it does seem that your person is okay. So this I'm sensing is a future, like in the as we move forward just a bit, not too far into the future though. After they have this, your person is going to have a realization. They're going to have a revelation/realization very soon, probably within the next couple of months is really what I'm feeling. And once they get to that realization, I feel that they're going to be a lot more clear-headed, truthful, honest, direct, and feeling. So it's the best of both worlds. They're going to be more logical as well as more feeling as we move forward. Spirit, is there anything else you can tell us about Group 4's person and how they're feeling now? Okay. They are feeling that this is going to go a couple ways. They feel like they're reaching the end of their rope. If they haven't been suffering too much, it's like another way of saying that they're reaching the end of their journey. That's really what's coming up here as well. So the Death card and the World card coming up together, yes, they are almost there. They are almost at the end of that part of their path. Let's see what else. I also feel that your person, that there's a lot more that meets the eye. There's a lot more to them. Let's get some of these cards. Spirit, can you please provide us with a little more depth beneath the surface? For group 4's person, how are they truly feeling deep down? How are they feeling now? We have the Two of Wands, Strength again, the Moon again, and the Page of Cups. Okay, so this Moon card is a little curious. Let me just clarify that Moon card first, and then I'll go. Spirit, what can you tell us about the Moon card and why it's here? Why is the Moon card here twice? Oh, look at that. 3 of Cups. Wow. Huh. 4 of Cups. This is, yeah, okay, I'm getting a clearer picture here. So this is really, really interesting, and again, a very specific message for your person, depending on their environmental situation right now. So there's something here that has to do potentially with a third party or something having to do with options. So over here, it did kind of look like they were torn between a decision or even 2 people or 2 situations, something like that. But whatever it is, this thing that's sort of like a third party option or something like that is causing them quite a bit of blockage. And similar, remember before I said that it looks like they're paralyzed. They're stuck. They cannot move from that. And what I'm seeing is that in itself, that's why the Devil card is very powerful here. It's preventing their success. It's preventing them from flourishing and from really thriving and being in a lot of brightness. That's what the Moon card is talking about. So I do feel that they are going to come out of this. I know it's not like I wasn't looking about future quite yet, but I do feel that they're taking the steps without even realizing it towards their strength, towards their healing, towards their success overall. Let's take a look, before I keep going with that, let's take a look at what they would tell you. Get these back. What they would tell you if they could. Spirit, for group 4's person, what would they tell group 4 if they could? What would they tell them? Group 4's person, what would they tell group 4? Please and thank you, Spirit. What would they tell them if they could? Okay, the Hanged Man. Yep. Empress again. Or I forget if you guys had that. Yeah, you did. Whoa. Okay. So because of how many different variations there are and because of you guys who are watching different situations going on here, first one, for those of you, this is for some of you where your person is letting go of something or someone and they are moving on. They're opening up pathways as we speak, and they are really stepping up into their power. Might be making themselves free, independent, / single / alone, whatever is the case in their particular environmental thing. That's for some of you, okay? So I feel that they are not able to access these feelings. I think that they're not able to articulate these emotions or these even plans. I don't think that they've made a move yet. For some of you they may have. But that's what it's looking like for some of you. Now, if that's not resonating for you guys, what they're saying sincerely is that they are still, at this time, they are surrendering, they are letting go, they are still, either way, they're still moving on to something. They're moving on and up words. Again, very similar vibes to the other groups. This is kind of weird. Everyone's getting not all of the messages are the same, but the themes are the same, which is pretty interesting here. And I love that it's happening at the end of this year. Okay, so your person is really moving along, and I am sensing something very strong with the Magician. They're able to stand up for themselves. Okay, so I'm not sure what was going on in their situation, but they've really grown that sense of confidence, or they are, as we speak, they will be taking that action. Spirit, is there anything specific that Group 4's person would like to tell Group 4 in terms of them and their connection, or their whatever is whoa. A lot of stuff, I think something flipped. Here it is. The moon again. Hello. Alrighty. Okay. So, hello Group 4, where you have these messages. I'm not quite sure why it's always Group 4. Well, not always. I think one of the times it was like Group 3 or 5 or something, but you have this familiar card again. So this was the first one that caught my eye, the Hierophant. I feel that one thing, so if it does resonate that this is a significant other type of a situation for you guys, because I said it could be any one, I feel that one thing that your person would want to tell you is that they want to be committed to you. They do want to reunite with you. That's one thing. If that doesn't resonate, it's just in general, they want to come back towards you. They want to reconcile. They want to cooperate. They want to be in harmony and take themselves out of this pretty nasty Moon and Seven of Swords energy, deception. They don't want to be in this anymore. They're tired of it. Like, whether this pertains to your relationship or their own mindset, they're tired of it and they want to come out of that. That's what they're ready to sacrifice and surrender. See? Always just juggling. They're ready to see out of the moonlight and to allow things to become clear for them. And this has been a long time coming. They've waited quite a while. Spirit, is there anything else that Group 4's person would want to tell Group 4? Specific messages about them. Five of Wands. Okay. So again, they want to tell you that they're fighting. Just in general. The Emperor. Nine of Cups. Jeez. Okay. I really feel within my gut that you, this is relevant to if you are not in communication with your person. I feel that you are going to be in communication. Now, I also am sensing that for some of you, you might have already heard from this person unexpectedly or something like that. I do feel that it's going to happen again. The Eight of Wands. Not only communication, but movement and action. I feel like they're going to be taking a step. I have this sneaking suspicion that you're not surprised anymore about all of this stuff. So whether something happened that you got confirmation, like it already happened, and if not, you're just not going to be surprised. That's what it feels like. Your person, so we had the Five of Wands, the Emperor, now we have the Ace. This is actually very significant. And look at the Emperor and the Empress coming up there. So, Five of Wands, Ace, and Six of Wands, Three of Wands. Your person, another thing that they would tell you, if they could articulate this or even put these thoughts together, because they're very jumbled right now, they would tell you that they're fighting for that new beginning, for that success, for that evolving, because they know they're acknowledging that they've been stuck for quite some time, and they're ready to be happy, I feel is what they would tell you. Now, that is just the words, but the feeling matches. I feel that they are kind of transforming. Spirit, is there any final messages that you have for group 4 regarding their person, how they're feeling and how they're doing? Just in general, any final messages? All right. Yeah, your person is coming off very young, similar to, I think it was group 3. We have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups here. So this is probably why it took them some time, because they're very young-minded. Or inexperienced, or perhaps stubborn or prideful, something like that. But they are coming into greater truth. They are aligning with truth. They are healing. As we speak, they are healing. They are focused on their path moving forward specifically. They want a fresh start. And for many of you, they're asking for that fresh start with you. 10 of Wands, you know, they've struggled with these burdens on their back for too long, and they're ready to let it go. Spirit, is there any final messages for group 4, the group 4 and their person, in regards to the 4 of Wands? Now, I think it's funny that Lovers was at the bottom of the deck here. Spirit, what else for group 4's person and the 4 of Wands? What is the message about the 4 of Wands, please, Spirit? Okay. So this is an interesting repeating card here. I think we had a few. It's kind of hard to remember at this point. It all blurs. So 8 of Cups. So again, they are moving on from something. See? This is a very strong one for them. They're really, really moving on. And I feel at this point it's because they didn't have a choice. They just were... They hit a wall. They had no choice but to move forward or to get themselves out of whatever was going on. Now, it's falling very naturally close to the 8 of Wands, and then remember the 4 of Wands is what we were clarifying here. I feel that it's going to go hand in hand. The moment that they move on and make that decision, or again, if it's not love, it's just whatever, like it doesn't really matter because the theme is the same. The moment that they move on to this new chapter, there's going to be communication. So they would want to tell you, hey, I'm going to reach out when the time is right. But right now, right now, that they still are very lost. Right now, the energy coming up for them is these two here. It's a very difficult energy. Okay, you also have the Devil card come up again. They're battling through their fire, their demons, their darkness, all of it. Okay, the good news for them is that they're really in deep contemplative mode, doing the inner work, balancing their light and their dark, and really learning who they are. So that's great. I think I'll just do one more draw. Spirit, any final messages for group 4's person, just in general, in terms of how they're feeling, what they're going through, or just anything for group 4's person, please and thank you. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. All right. Let's leave these here. Okay. Yeah, so see, like I said, they're still going through it. There's still a lot of growth to be established because they're coming up as very young one more time. But I do sense that they're trying to be more serious about things. Then you have the Fool card. Okay, so the final card for them, the Fool card, they're ready to start new. I am still feeling that in general, your person has a long way to go, but they're showing up. So the Fool card, what I'm getting from the Fool card is matching with the 8 of Wands. I feel like they're going to show up, all right? With purity, though. With innocence, with purity, and with genuineness. That's something that this time around I feel is a unique message specific to them. So yes, they are going to be showing. So the Fool card is very significant in many ways, but for now, for this particular message, it's saying that they're going to show up with like a clean heart and a white light surrounding them, which means that this is them in their purest light. So they're going to be real. Okay? All right. Group 4. that's what I have for you. Very interesting reading. Definitely let us know in the comments what's going on with you. If this did not resonate at all, feel free to pick a different group, but that's what I have for you, group 4. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share if this helped. And I will try to do at least one more pick a card if I'm able to before the new year. If not, happy new year, and sending you all blessings. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.